Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today we're going to be working on the Team Night Owl. These are my colors. It's the Cotton Cuts. The block of the month is Birds in the Air. It is month 8 of 10. Our clue looks like this. That's our finished product. It gives you the pieces. And I have my colors down here, but I'll put the camera down so that you can see them. My colors. These are the shapes. They're pre-cut every month. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we are going to take our small triangle E and attach it to A. And we're going to do 2 of them. And then we're going to take our other little E and attach it to the A to make the flying geese. So we're going to make up both these. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain stitch these 2. And all that means is you don't take them apart once they're sewn. I'm not going to put any pins in them. I've turned my light down a little bit on my sewing machine. It was glaring in the last video that I made. And I'm not quite sure why. So I thought I'd just turn it down a little bit. I'll take a look here and see if it's blasting me on this one, and then I'll find out whether I need to turn it up a little bit or not. Take yours apart and cut them, and they need to be ironed before we put the next side. This is the other side after it's ironed. Now keep in mind that if you want to do any kind of starching, you want to do that at the very beginning when you start your your projects. You don't want to wait, because if you starch part of them and not all of them, they may be different sizes when you get done. They might not go together. Now, in this case, I don't starch. These are really pressed. Very nice. So if I have to repress them, I won't put the starch to them. I just go ahead and use my iron. A hot iron should take care of it for you. Hopefully my hands aren't in the way. I'm going to open these up. And it says, let's see, they want you to press it towards the E. Now they want us to take 2 A's and E's and make them. So let's do that next. The same way we did the first one. We'll have 2 with the A, which is here. And this is the E. And then 2 with the E and 2 with the A, whatever your colors are. And they want us to stack them. The A's go on the top, the E's go on the bottom, so that you have this thing right here like a arrow. And it looks like we're going to make 2 of them. So whatever your fabric is, it'll look like that. Here's where it's important not to lose your tip. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to take your fabric. This is the one that's going to be on the top. The one that goes on the top, we're going to put a spot right here, which is above the 2 pieces of fabric that are, 2 pieces of thread that are sewn over each other. And then we're going to mark with our friction pin, but it's on the wrong side, so it doesn't make any difference. We're going to take it like this, and this is where I'm going to pin it. Now if you want to know the exact middle of yours, then you can fold your fabric in half and match it up. And then I will pin a little bit to the right, because I'm going to be coming down. My sewing machine is becoming this away, and I want to make sure I go right there before I get it. Then I'll go to the other end. I'll put a pin in, and then I'm going to be careful because this side needs to stay down. If it doesn't stay down and it pops up on you, it'll flip over. So I make sure that I come through it so that it's holding it down like that. I'll go to the other end and do the same thing. And then I'll go ahead and I'll sew both of these. Now, like always, when I do these, I'm doing the 2.5 inch. And I'm doing them a 1/4 inch. Oop, it just came unthreaded. Okay, let's take care of that real quick. Okay. thought I had a grip on that, but apparently not. Let's try it again. Let's just put it down in the fabric this time. There we go. You just want to watch this little flap right here so it doesn't flip up on you. And you can put more pins in it if you feel like you need to. I'm going to take a look at it. If we feel like we need to have that a little closer, then we can re-sew it. I'm just going to leave it like it is. It doesn't bother me at all. I didn't take any tips off. So let's move on to the next step. A's to our B, and we're going to make more flying geese. So go ahead and make those. After you've got your flying geese done, they want you to take your rectangle B and attach it. So this will be easy because there's no marking. So all you've got to do is flip it and sew it on that edge. So let's do both of those. Well, here I am sewing away, forgetting I'm supposed to be videotaping this. Goodness gracious. But it's a straight line, so you know how to do that. As soon as I get it started, I take my pins out. Hope everybody's getting ready for that Fort Worth Fabric Studios Just Say Boo quilt that's coming out, that follow along. I'm going to press it toward the triangles, and then when you're done with that, we're going to put the sets together. So they want you to take the A and the... Okay, let's move this here, because that's our A and our B. So they want this and this one next to each other. Now remember, when you do that, you're going to have to nestle these corners so that you don't lose your tips on that. Okay? Okay, so I decided to go ahead and mark both of these. So I had to re-sew this one because it came out for some reason. So I'm marking this side. And then this side, if you notice, it's over the edge. So what you're going to need to do is flip it over, find your points that you don't want to go over, go out a bit, then flip it back over, and then put your ruler on it, and where the marks are, have them meet up. Like that. I need to cut this piece of string right here. Okay. Then, when it comes across there, it won't take that tip off. So let's go ahead and pin them now. It's going to go like this and like this. So when you flip them over, they both have a mark on them. So what I did was I went through the top up here, looked on the other side and made sure I cleared it. Here, I can go down a little bit further. So you can see it right there. And then go on this piece above where these two cross over. And when you go like that, you'll see where you marked it. And then lay it down like this. And I push my pen through there. Now if you want, you can do this. You can put it right through a pin cushion just like that to hold it. Grab it, pin it with your pen, like that. Go to the other side, pin it over here. And then take this middle pin out, right there, and then lay it down and pin the other two edges. I even put one in the middle here, between the two, right about there. Come down to the end, mark it, and put another one in right here. And then we'll just chain stitch those. Just be careful so that you don't go over your pins. This is a sewing machine that I cannot go over the pins because it will bend them or break them. You watch some of my other videos when I was downstairs with Megan doing that mock video, the mock live. I was going over those pins right and left. Well, that machine will let me. This one will not. This is not a forgiving machine when it comes to a pin. So I try not to go over the pins here. We'll have two of those, and they want you to press it to the right. The one with this rectangle at the bottom. All right, so now we're going to make some half square triangles. F and our D, and we're going to make two of them. Then we're going to take our D and our A and make two of them. So let's chain stitch all those four. So I'm going to put this video up on Wednesday this week, which will be the last day that you get to vote if you want to get that kit from the Fort Worth Fabric Studios, Just Say Boo. So if you haven't watched it yet, you might want to watch it so you can make a comment. I just put up the video before I came up here to do this, and I already got about 12 people that responded immediately. So I know you guys, those ones that responded, are true people who are subscribers because you've already clicked on the bell to get the notifications. So that being said, you need to watch for next weekend because I got something else going on. Just to give you a little heads up. When we have these done, we're going to attach them to the rectangle, which is the fabric D. And keep in mind that you want this fabric color going there and this one going here. That's what you're looking for. And then we're going to attach our F on top of it. And then we'll attach what we did before, those two pieces on top of that. So it'll go in that order. Let's go ahead and chain stitch these. I'm going to do one side and then the other. Alrighty, so it's showing to put this long strip onto this. Now, when you flip this over, if you sewed it here, you're sewing it blind on this side, and you want to make sure you don't take your tip off. So we had to iron it to the left. To avoid that, what we're going to do is we're going to mark it like I did before. So I'm going to go ahead and mark both of those, and then I'm going to chain stitch them. That look like that, and that's when we bring this down and we attach it to this. Now keep in mind, when we attach this to this, we have one spot we have to watch out for. So when we flip it over, I'll go ahead and I'll mark that with my line so that I don't lose my tip on my fabric. Now remember, you can fold this in half to get the middle if you don't feel like it's going to be long enough or it's too short and it doesn't match up correctly. Now that you've got it pinned and marked, go ahead and finish it up, and this is going to be the tail end, I believe. Let me get it started here. There we go. Go ahead and iron this, and then we'll mark these. So when you're finished, we'll have two section 8s that look like that. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody, and welcome to all my new YouTube subscribers. Bye-bye.